You ever wondered what it would be like if Bakugo was the protagonist of the series? Watch Black Clover to find out. The battle has yet reached its conclusion, but it is drawing near. Deku has entered 20% one for all status for the sake of winning, opposing the future in which Night Eye has foreseen in his vision. Can he do it? Did the future practically say the series will end if it comes true? Despite the battle is still going on, there is a twist and turn that occurs throughout the chapter. For those who were hoping for something intense or weren't for a power-up to declare the winner, this chapter doesn't ensue out of the two, more against the latter for now. It is worth noting that Aizawa was kidnapped by Chrono, who unmasked himself to be a feminine-looking guy. If it weren't for the narrator explaining his quirk, I would have thought he was a woman. Basically, it ensured that Aizawa won't be able to assist with Chrono practically got him on lockdown. It also left a note that Eri is perhaps the Yakuza's leader's daughter, not Overhaul's, but he still uses her for his own gains. The battle between Overhaul and Deku is pretty decent. It's more on a race against the clock rather than a full-fledged fight, since Deku can't withstand 20% for a long period of time. Dodging rocks and blocks, he has to pull off one move to end Overhaul as quick as possible. The Manchester Smash is a good attempt, but Overhaul is fast enough to read him. We do get to see Muriel, and his body is finally giving out. I'm still impressed with his mobility to move forward after tons of beating and being quirkless. The bad part is his body is declining at the worst time, since Eri is not entirely free just yet. The chapter then shifts focus on Eri as she can hear Overhaul from afar. It's the moment of her standing up rather than being enslaved to Overhaul. After Heroes going through many hurdles, she was most likely gained some courage to actually reply back at Overhaul. It is worth noting that Miyamoto is technically alive as a hand, I guess? Not to be mistaken with Parasite, let's not go that crossover. He is able to interact with Eri and place all the blame on her for her sacrifices. Interestingly enough, she doesn't think Deku could win this battle, so she probably thought the best option is to get something in return, like reverse the effect. I don't think the series is building up for a reversal through chatting or negotiating because Overhaul continues to be a dirtbag. Overhaul is in full heel mode by deliberating. Deku, for all of his work, has gone to absolutely nothing. Like every attempt he's trying to do only results more sacrifices for no reason. Deku breaks a large block with his own hand and shows hell-bent determination to let no one to die. Everything is turning against him, including Eri in a sense, but because this is an underdog story, failure is not an option. I'm surprised that we haven't gotten the quote, "never giving up," though some would think is a sign of a downfall. Not me, just some people that really don't want that cliche. It's a sign of rising comeback soon to happen. I wish Night Eye didn't explain his vision because in a way it toned down the tension. While it is predictable that anything tragic towards the protagonist such as getting killed off won't happen despite on what has been foreseen, the explicit detail isn't warranted in order to give no hope for the audience. If anything, it has a reverse effect. It doesn't leave anyone's guess, so the best thing it left us to do is a checklist. Unless the series is preparing for Red, the sequel, Deku's death is out of the list. I would have preferred Night Eye vision to remain a mystery, so when it ends, he can surprise us with the result, leaving us wondering if the future is finalized. I understand the idea is to have Deku to break the mold, entirely or not, though it does leave him reacting like closer to typical shonen hero. It's not really bad, just reflecting on his character function. The cliffhanger is interesting because the missing players finally arrived to the scene and they literally brought the roof down. Before you can say the mangaka has Kishimotoized, yes I said it, the female heroes are back to the scene. This seems like the start of the future being altered. I don't know where this leads to next, but the climax is coming. The visual is solid, though choreographed was a bit tough to read in the beginning. I had to read it twice to figure out the sequence, but I got it clear when taking time to learn the movement. There is 3 double page spread back to back that quickly eased the chapter up, but the impactful panel left on a strong note. The ending leaves on a good note to see what could happen next with this random occurrence. Overall, it's an enjoyable chapter with the battle still ongoing, and more of troubling feeling of the losing edge continues to grow. It's hindered by Night Eye's vision that should have left in the dark to keep the tension strong. I am still thrilled to see what comes next and its climax. I'm giving this chapter an 8. For those who have waited for the female heroes to show up and do something, your wish has been granted. What are your thoughts of this chapter? Do you think that every part of the future from Night Eye's vision will be altered, or some will be remain, such as Overhaul escaping with Eri, Night Eye's death? I know Deku's death is not gonna happen unless we do change the main character in the next series, not the next arc, or maybe it could be the next arc, but that's not going to happen. I just know it. Now, will he change everything? Time will tell. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.